I'm going to show you how to set a Mitutoyo Series 543 Digimatic indicator. In order to do that, you're going to need a gauge block stack set to the nominal size of the dimension you're checking. The first thing we need to do is plug the indicator in. When I do that, you see the display lights up. It is currently red. There are some numbers and symbols. And if I hit any one of these buttons, the display does not change. That is because the indicator is locked as indicated by this lock symbol. In order to unlock it, I need to push and hold this button with the plus minus symbol. When I do that, you will see that the lock icon disappears. I can now change the settings. What we're going to do is take the gauge block stack. For this demonstration, I'm using a 1/2 inch, which is equivalent to 12.7 millimeters. The indicator is currently millimeters. If you want to change it, it is this button here, inches, millimeters. I'm going to take the gauge block stack, set it underneath the plunger, and I'm now ready to zero out my indicator. I do that with the yellow button, zero absolute. Just press it once and you see it zeroes out and the display changes to green. At this point, we are ready to set our tolerances. For the purpose of this demonstration, our tolerance is going to be plus or minus 0.2 millimeters. In order to set the tolerances, I need to go to the mode button, press and hold it, and when I do, you will notice the circle in the middle of the screen disappears. At this point, I am ready to go to the settings for the tolerance. The way that I do that is to push the mode button again once and release it. And you see the symbol that shows up. There are two arrows. One indicates positive, one indicates negative. In order to select which one we want to set, we go to the preset button. We hit it once and release it. And you see the positive side of the tolerance shows up. In order to change a number, I need to press and hold the preset button, and it allows the cursor to move from one digit to the next until I get to where I need to change it. Once I reach that position, I release the button. In order to change the number, I press and release the preset button one at a time, and you see this changes the digit. I keep doing this until I get to what I want to set this at, and I set plus or minus 0.2. Once I have accomplished that, now I want to press and hold the button again to move the cursor back to the arrow. Once I'm back to the arrow, I'm going to push the preset button once and release it. This moves me to the minus side of our tolerance. I'm now going to repeat what I just did on the plus side of our tolerance, moving the cursor to the digit I want to change and changing it to the digit that I want to set it to. Once there, I'm going to do the same thing. Press and hold the button so it moves the cursor back to the arrow. At this point, I'm going to press and release it one time. And you see that brings us back to our main screen where we are set at 0. The circle has returned. That means our tolerance is set. And now if I move the plunger, you see the digits change and the display changes from green to red as it moves outside of the tolerance. The last thing we want to do is lock the indicator to make sure that no settings are changed. We go back to the plus minus button, press and hold it, and you will see the lock symbol reappears. We have now set the indicator. Turn it off.